My greatest wish is that my students continue in music throughout their lives. Whether they are on the stage or in the audience, what's important is that they take part in something that challenges their aesthetic sensitivities. 7 years ago, I walked into a program with 3 choirs, 20 guys, and no wardrobe to speak of. By working with the administration, I created 2 new choirs, including an unauditioned men's choir, bringing us to about 60 guys. Through ticket sales, fundraising, and grants, we've built a $10,000 wardrobe that gives every student a dress, a tux, or a new robe. I try to create a safe place for students where they can feel accepted. Not only will they learn more effectively, but they are healthier, happier, and make a more successful transition into being a confident adult.
Well, sophomore year, I went through a really tough time and I made some really bad choices. And he sort of made me realize that there were people who cared about me and that I could have a safe place.
Music teachers should practice what they preach and show kids how to create. Being on the other side of the podium is invaluable. It reminds me of what it's like to learn music and what my students really need from me. By getting involved in acting and directing at the Playhouse, performing with churches and other schools, I get to be a lifelong learner and model behaviors for students. Music is how I show students that lifelong learning is the right and responsibility of every family member, worker, and citizen. Because of my involvement in the community activities, I can teach students as well as the public.
It was funny, a few years ago I got invited to a recital and lecture, and I thought it was another high school event. And so I show up and I'm sitting up in the theater seats, and there's Darren all by himself, and then he has some people come out and sing with him throughout this, but he gave a music history lesson. And it was an opportunity for me to learn more about music, and it gives me more of a reference point as I work with Darren in our high school choirs.
Music teachers have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable and comfortable sharing it. That's how we leave our mark. We may not be doing functional MRIs and violinists, but we create the people who will. I'm teaching because I had a series of fantastic music directors. You won't find their names in a history book, but they have a lifetime of students who love them and think of them while they are now teaching. I hope I leave a mark that people can feel, not just read about.
I hear over and over again what a powerful difference Darren McCoy has made at this high school and how supportive this community has become for music education just because of his presence, because of the work that he has done.
Advocating for music education is something I will continue to do throughout my life. In my first year of teaching, I created the Music Boosters, comprised of parents and community members who provide financial, personnel, and publicity support for the program. Currently, my expanding responsibilities include finding an accompanist for several schools, assisting in the school district's hiring process for music teachers, and doing other administrative work. This summer, I'll be auditioning for a men's ensemble that promotes participation of high school male singers in the Northwest. My choir was also just invited by Senator Bailey to sing the national anthem in Olympia, and I look forward to our discussion about funding for the arts in military towns. But the most important kind of advocacy starts with your students.
From all of us and the dedication you have put forth to your passion, and it is my sincere hope that we will see you next year on the Grammy stage. You are a winner to us.